Good evening. My name is Darcy Burdett, and I'm one of the full-time fitness members here at Recreational Sports. And I get the opportunity to be a very key role in your education with the UF Personal Training Preparation course, because I also serve as a faculty member for PTA Global. So that kind of explains a little bit of what we're going to do here and how you're going to see me. So I apologize for not being able to be with you this evening. My husband is a coach for the Gator Gymnastics team, and they have their championship dinner tonight. So got to go pick up the sitter and get organized and do all of that kind of fun stuff. But I look forward to working with each and every one of you, and I wanted to spend a couple minutes just going over a few things, just kind of some housekeeping, and of course introduce myself. As you can see, you're in my office. Maybe you can tell that, maybe not, which is in the training center here at Southwest Rec. So anytime you're in, especially during a little bit more business hours, please stop by and introduce yourself to me. I will get to know every single one of you and look forward to that opportunity. But if I can meet you kind of outside the classroom walls, it helps me learn your name. And when you have 200 employees, any technique to help learn extra individuals' names and any chance I get to know a little bit more about you is extremely beneficial. So please do that. I also spend a lot of time at Student Rec, so don't hesitate if you're over there on Tuesday and Thursday mornings to see if somebody is in that office on kind of the main level of Student Rec. But nonetheless, let's go on and kind of talk a little bit about the PTA Global and UF Rec Sports Personal Training Prep Program. First and foremost, you should feel honored. There were a lot of really good applications, and you must have done something in your application to set yourself apart because you're in that room right now. So you should feel honored. Please be very, very excited about what you are going to experience over the course of this semester. You have a vast knowledge of education at your fingertips. You know, Dave, Jane, and Kevin all have phenomenal amounts of information to share and experiences that you can learn from. So please make sure to tap into those individuals and myself as a resource for you. Secondly, for those of you who are students, and that's probably the majority of you in the room, this will be your favorite class this semester. I know you're not getting academic credit for it, but you're going to put a lot of work and a lot of effort both into watching videos, coming to class, and preparing for class. And we greatly respect, honor, and thank you for your commitment. So that means a lot to us, and we're very, very excited that you are going to participate in the class. And we promise it's going to be fun and it's going to be entertaining. We are not going to expect you to like sit there and just listen and take in information. So old school learning style is definitely way out the window when it comes to the things that we're going to do. So get excited. I'm pretty sure I can guarantee it's going to be your favorite class of the semester. So next thing, I want to kind of cover three primary points. One is why Personal Training Academy Global. I'm sure a lot of you have looked into different personal training certifications, and we've taught different curriculums over the course of the year. So the reason why we go with PTA Global is it is very unique. They teach things such as behavior and communication, some basic neuroscience. So we obviously know that you could be the best exercise scientist in the world, but if you can't communicate with a client and try and get them to change their behavior, you're not going to get a result. So we want to make sure that you're able to communicate very efficiently with them. We also teach myofascial meridians, and this stuff isn't new. It's definitely not new to the fitness industry as a whole, but a lot of people don't teach it in basic certification courses, or they don't have it implemented into their certification, and PTA Global does. So you're going to learn about fascia and these fascial chains and these lines that go throughout the body and how you can manipulate those as well. So it's not just muscles and bones, right? There's all this other stuff inside the body. And the approach is very holistic. Another selling point that I really, really like is when you go to actually take your exam, you practice taking exams. You don't memorize a study guide. This is the information I need to know. Take the exam and then forget that. It's actual application. So it makes a lot more sense. And it's a combination of information from a lot of people who are considered experts in the fitness industry. So there's so much to know that PTA Global has sought out individuals who specialize in working with the nervous system, right? People who specialize in biomechanics and are physical therapists that practice this kind of thing. So it's really cool because it's a combination of all of that, and it's not just snippets of general information. It also provides a career pathway. So if there's something you find that you're really, really interested in, it's cool because then you can kind of take that information and help it guide you towards who you could look to for additional resources and what other opportunities there might be for you out there. So very beneficial in that capacity. The next thing that Kevin and Jane and Dave will cover with you is going to be the enrollment process. So you will need to go onto RS Connect and register as a student in the PT prep course. And then once we see that your registration has come through, and yes, that does cost $60 to kind of offset, to barely offset a lot of our efforts that we put in here. And we're going to have students that are going to come in and help out with different things as you go through the interview process, and you get to practice training and all kinds of cool stuff, but one step at a time. So you need to enroll on RS Connect. And then the next thing that you'll need to do is once Kevin and Jane see that, then they're going to send you an email with PTA Global and you'll get the course code information. So here's the kicker right here. You get the certification for $499. So I know you're all like wondering, how much is this going to cost me? $60 to Rec Sports, $500 to PTA Global, okay? The cert retails for $799, and that's why we can't put it on our website, because we have a very, very special deal with them, which is phenomenal, because believe me, a lot of people who pay for this for the cert pay $799, or even if they're in like a major club, they actually might pay a little bit more than you do here. So that's why we can't put that info online. But essentially, it's going to cost you about $560. The other cool thing with PTA Global, you don't have to pay an exam fee. Okay, it's all taken care of. You pay the $499, said and done with them. Okay, you've got access to the materials. You've got your exam taken care of. You just have to go to a testing center to do that. So again, one step at a time. Don't worry about those. Just register on RS Connect. As soon as you get an email from Jane or Kevin, then register with PTA Global, and you should be good to go to watch your videos. And I know Kevin and Jane are going to go over that syllabus with you today, so that way you can have an idea where you should be as far as watching your videos goes. The last thing I want you to think about today is, what is exercise? So you want to get into this, you want to be a personal trainer, figuring out like what kind of cool things you want to teach other people and share your knowledge. Otherwise you wouldn't be here and in that seat. What is exercise? Kevin and Jane, here's where you can pause it if you want to get feedback and find out how people define exercise. But I'm going to get us all on the same page. So, oh, sorry, I have to hide my markers in my drawer in my office. I can't keep them on the board because I have a 2-year-old, and she likes to take all the lids off of the markers. So let's go ahead and talk, what is exercise? Exercise, I hope you can see this. Is that readable from there? Maybe. Anyway, I know the crew in the room can rewrite that on the board if you need to see it a little bit better. But essentially it says exercise is MP, okay, movement pattern plus a force. Right? Can everybody in the room think about that for a minute? A movement pattern. What's a movement pattern? A push, a pull, a throw. Those are all movement patterns. What's a force? Right? Something pushing down on me right now, gravity. What's this? Boom. Ground reaction force. I put a barbell on my back. That's some plates. That's a force. Okay, so all of these forces. So challenge your thought process. See if you can think about anything that doesn't fit in this realm of a movement pattern plus a force. That should cover everything for exercise. Okay, so now we're all on the same page. You can fully define exercise. If somebody's like, what is exercise to you? You'd be like, it's a movement and a force applied to the body, that movement, right? Next part that I want you to think about, what are results? Again, pause option here. Kevin, Jane, you guys make the call on how you want to do this. Let's add one more thing to this formula. And since you can see it oh so well, my sloppy handwriting won't matter. All right, so, yeah, I thought that was going to work out a lot better. Maybe I should have written in a different color. Results are a movement pattern plus a force plus acute variables. Movement pattern Force, purple does work better, huh? Movement pattern plus force plus AV, acute variables. So what are acute variables? Sets, reps, time under tension, frequency, all of the above, your duration of exercise, your heart rate response. Acute variables are everything that you guys are going to learn how to manipulate to get results. All right? So, everybody on the same page? What's exercise? Bam. I know you're like, lady, you're on camera. I'm not sure if we respond. I'm going to actually know that, but I know you just got it right there. Okay, what are results? Good. Okay. So, when I come and see you on Thursday and we cover mobilizers in class, I want to hear what exercise and what results are. And hopefully some of you will have stopped by to see me and I will have met you prior to class. All right, thank you all for being here. Have a fabulous evening and I look forward to seeing you on Thursday. Bye.